What's new, crew? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you guys through an entire week in and around my homestead kitchen. We are starting out by one of our new favorite trout spots. We are looking to hopefully catch our limit this day and get some trout in the freezer, but it was really fun. It was kind of like one of the last times we'll probably get out as a family because it was really cold this day, but it was really exciting to get out, catch some fish, and come home and start kind of dealing with some of the trout that we put in the freezer. So really excited to bring you guys along for this little like behind the scenes kind of clip of us just kind of hanging out and fishing as a family, getting some trout, and just enjoying the last little bit of warm-ish weather that we'll be having here in the Midwest.
It's a female, this is a male. You can tell
by them.
You can tell by the hump. And he's starting to get his hook jaw.
I was gonna say, because that one you can tell that, yeah.
Yeah, you see this? Like on the really prevalent ones, it'll like yes, right there. That's how you know it's a male.
Joe went ahead and cleaned out these fish, and we always give all the eggs and any gut scraps to our chickens. They love those. This was Tuesday. I have a full video on this that I can link down below for you guys. But we did some meatballs, we did some crock pot dump and go meals, and we also did burgers. We prepped some stuff for pasties, our pasty filling, and then we also went ahead and prepped a pizza dough for Strombolis that I made this night. This was Halloween, and wanted to get a Stromboli made so that we could just kind of grab it and go and get out for trick-or-treating right away. But we got 60 meatballs, lots of burgers. So this is just a little bit of a behind-the-scenes clip. This full video is 30 minutes long. It will be linked down below if you want to go see the in-depth video. But really easy, no-cook freezer meals that you could just get in your freezer, made ahead for convenience items, especially for us when we buy our bulk ground beef order and then try to make all of our meatballs out of that and all of our burger patties, and then we just make them into a convenient item for ourselves to enjoy through all of the all of the time after that. Here is our dough and then our Stromboli. Strombolis are one of our family's go-to meals. These were just cheese and pepperoni, but they are fantastic. We love to dip them in our home canned tomato sauce, and these are always a hit.
Well, I was in the kitchen doing freezer meals. I just finished that, And my husband called me to let me know that it is snowing where he's working right now, which means the snow's coming, and it's probably gonna hit my area in like 25 minutes. So I'm switching out all of my chicken equipment to winter equipment. I'm in the shop. I gotta get my bucket warmer. I gotta switch out all my feed buckets to metal buckets, get the plastic water out of there and put the metal one in. And then I'm going to fill up the big feeders that we have, because when the chickens have to eat in the winter time, they like to eat a lot more. Helps keep them warm, makes their bellies move, and heats them up from the inside. So they don't need a lot of artificial heat. But I'm gonna switch all that over, get the electrical cords run out to plug in the water heater to keep their water from freezing. So let's grab some chicken equipment and get the chicken coop, the start of it, to be winterified. I have the baby monitor with me here because baby's napping, and my 4-year-old is running around the yard while I do this. So let's get it done. Able to get the bucket warmer in, fill their food, and put in fresh straw in our nesting boxes here. Chickens definitely know what's happening. They're not super excited about it, but it makes it really easy to do because we leave the extension cord that goes out this window here. So I just need to grab the other end of it and drag it out to the house so we can plug in the bucket warmer. And we're pretty well to go here. I do need to bring in the metal water, fill it up with water out of the bathtub because our hose is frozen. So fill it up, put it in the wagon, drag that down here, and swap out the plastic one that I use for the summertime, and we'll be good to go. So that's exciting. I also saw I have 2 more eggs from this morning, so I'm gonna bring these inside and then just do some laundry until it's time to go trick-or-treating later. So pretty basic, but it was really easy to do in here, not a lot of things. So just gotta plug it in, we're good to go.
Another thing I did this week was take some of our neighbors' apples that they gifted us to make some caramel apple cinnamon rolls. These were awesome. They were a really good hit. I was able to gift some to our neighbors just as a thank you, and then we ate the rest of them as after school snacks or breakfast. They were really, really good. Then I also wanted to go ahead and make some Halloween M&M cookies for the kids. I intended on doing this before Halloween, but that's okay. We got it done after, and they were still just as tasty and delicious. They were just Halloween themed M&Ms. I make these for the kids at least once throughout the Halloween season. I was just a little late on it this year. I used a new recipe than I normally do, and I didn't love the way these cookies turned out. You'll see here in a minute, but they got really brown on the bottom. They didn't get a lot of color on them, and they also didn't really they felt more like a biscuit than a cookie, but we really did enjoy the combination of the white chocolate chips and the Reese's Pieces bites in the cookie. Sorry, they're not M&Ms, they're Reese's Pieces bites, but they were very delicious. Other than the actual cookie itself, I think I'll stick to my regular chocolate chip cookie dough recipe and then just add white chocolate chips instead of our mini chocolate chips that we normally do, and then our Reese's Pieces Reese's Pieces, I guess. But these would also be really good with M&Ms. This would be a really fun cookie to do coming up for the holidays as well. You could even do this as a peanut butter cookie base and then add in white chocolate chips and the Reese's Pieces bites or your Christmas colored M&Ms. But these turned out okay. We definitely ate them, but I will definitely be doing some tweaking on them. I'll link this recipe down below in case you are interested in it and you just kind of want to try it out for yourself. But I just made one batch of cookies and then froze the rest of the cookie dough kind of for later use. But here's kind of what our cookies ended up looking like, so you can see what I mean. They didn't really come out that great, but they were okay. I am so sorry for the lighting on these next two clips, you guys. I have invested in some new camera equipment, and I just had forgot to actually turn it on correctly, so I just got this really blown out white effect. Very sorry about that, but we went ahead and I rolled some meatballs, and I didn't want to take the ones that were already in the freezer because I wanted to keep them in there. This day I had remembered to thaw my meat out in time. It was ready to go. It was ready to roll. So I went ahead and did that. Got our meatballs rolled out, and I wanted to try cooking them a little bit differently than I normally do. So I layered some of our home canned tomato sauce on the bottom of my baking dish, put my meatballs on the sauce, then I put more sauce on top of my meatballs and let them cook for a while. Once they were pretty close to being done, I topped them with some Parmesan cheese and some mozzarella cheese and wanted to do like a baked meatball topped with cheese, and it ended up being pretty decent. Next time I do this, I will definitely do 2 jars of sauce instead of 1. It was a little bit more dry than what we typically like just sauce wise, so we will be doing that differently next time. But overall, it actually turned out really, really well. And then of course, Lakin, my kids always love coming up and helping me make fresh pasta. So Lakin came up and she helped cut the pasta. We did angel hair this night because that's what the kids wanted. So I'm telling her here, like, once it touches the plate, go ahead and cut it. So that's what she did. She cut our pasta. We got that going, and this was a really delicious dinner. Just a cheesy baked meatball over some homemade noodles. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me. I hope that you guys have a fantastic weekend, and as always, I will catch you guys next week with a brand new video. Bye.